this past week after New Jersey Governor Chris Christie endorsed Donald Trump at a news conference in Texas. He tweeted out Friday the GOP establishment should now see that Trump is the party's inevitable presidential nominee. Newt Gingrich joins me right now. He is also a Fox News contributor. Sir, it's good to see you again. Thanks so much for spending the time this morning.
Well, it's good to be with you, and I thought it was very impressive, both that Chris Christie endorsed him and the way he endorsed him and the things he said.
Yeah. Well, I mean, tell us more about that. Why? And you think the establishment needs to just get their heads around this, that Trump will be the nominee?
Yeah, look, I think it's actually healthy to go for another couple of weeks. But all this talk about stop Trump, super PACs, and all-out assaults on Trump's character, et cetera, these are nonsense. Governor LePage of Maine, as you know, also has now endorsed Donald Trump. And I think what it tells you is that these are both northeastern governors. So this is not a right-left kind of fight in the traditional sense. This is about people who want to dramatically change Washington and who are willing to go with somebody who's very, very different. I think on Tuesday, I'll go out on a limb here, not much of one because of all the polling data. I think probably Trump loses Minnesota. He may lose Arkansas, and he will lose to Cruz, but not by 50%. I think Cruz will not get the number needed to win all the delegates. But Cruz will win. So Cruz will come out of maybe
in Texas,
the Texas, Arkansas, and Minnesota. At the present time, Rubio might win Minnesota, which is, I think, the only place he has any hope. Everything else, Trump's going to win. Now, you take that momentum, and you look at the fact that Rubio is currently 20 points behind Trump in Florida, his home state. And you ask yourself, what's the base for this Stop Trump movement going to be? And I think, by the way, that Christie, who had been the head of the Republican Governors Association, had tremendous nationwide ties to major donors. He represents a very important get because he brings an entire network of supporters who see him as a responsible northeastern governor. This is not somebody who represents the hard right wing. And therefore, I think he really brings an additional level of networking and influence.
Do you worry that we could see the kind of actions of President Obama when it comes to executive order should Donald Trump win the presidency? I mean, you know, a lot of people are talking about that moment when he was talking with Chris Christie after the endorsement where his mic was hot. This was just yesterday. And Trump basically said to Chris Christie, okay, you know, you go on the plane, now go home. You know the moment I'm referring to.
Yeah. I actually don't. I didn't see that.
In terms of Trump's style and leading, do you see executive orders in the future, the way that President Obama has gone around Congress?
No, in fact, what you've had Trump say is just the opposite. He has said again and again, he said the other day when he was asked what kind of vice president he would probably pick, he said, frankly, I'll probably pick an insider because I want to get legislation passed, and you can't get legislation passed as a pure outsider. I thought that was a very revealing comment. He's also said on several other occasions that under our Constitution, a lot of this stuff has to be done by the Congress and the president together, which is why he prides himself on the art of the deal and the idea that he can get in a room and negotiate. Now, this is going to be hard. I mean, nobody should kid themselves. A Trump presidency will be the most disruptive thing we have seen probably since Franklin Delano Roosevelt became president in 1932. The question that people have got to ask yourselves is, do you think America is in enough trouble that that level of disruption is actually good for the country? And obviously right now among Republicans, a very substantial number believe that we need somebody who's going to kick over the table and change the game that's being played in Washington.
Right, that's right. And a lot of people feel that that's